So I'm gonna have you do that and then Ejiobe. Aikula, please.
Ogundeji is here. Baba.
Yes. Okay. Ogundeji, can you open up, please, Baba?
Elawa, Elawa, Elawa. Aroma the Korawa, Aroma the Korawa, Aroma the Korawa. Tuba Beni, Oko Wusi Korawa, Tuba Beni, Durama Wusi Korawa, Tuba Beni, Iran, Ibiti Odumana Mua, Sili Ayi Korawa, Eba Baba, Eba Yeye, Eba Oluwo, Eba Ojubana, Eba Egon, Eba Iyami. Shay.
Shay.
Ejiogbe. Iwájú ọ lọ́pa ibi tí ń rẹ̀ sí. Dífá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà, Ifá ń sáwọ́ lọ sí Ifẹ̀ ọ̀sọ̀tọ̀ ẹbọ nìwọ ní kò ṣe. Ǹjẹ́ ká sọ títọ́, ká sọ dọ́dọ́, àgbàtọ́ sọ títọ́, nímọ̀lẹ́ ń bẹ àṣẹ.
Àṣẹ. Ó say toi. Ba te 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 te. Tiny defeated Tubu. The striped chameleon is not big enough to be used as headgear. Had it been enough to be used as headgear, I'd taken it home and adorned my head with it. Ifa's declaration to our relevant going on a spiritual mission in Ejebu land. We call on the locust being seller and pay her money. We call on salt seller and make her rich. We call on our relevant with respect in Ejebu land. Oshe our relevant is our Ashe. So we will begin by offering Obi. I'm going to just offer Obi today to Ifa. I'll share the offering with Eshu. And so I ask everyone to pray. Word of death, cases, controversy, fights, litigation, arguments, witchcraft, sorcery, all that will bring long life, peace and my contentment, elevation, success, prosperity, victory over adversary, peace and my contentment. All the Ray Ashe. Guys, you support us, support our temple. May we give good information. May our information be accurate and truthful. May it uplift us. May it provide us with wisdom in the next week. May it invigorate the Orisha Rumle to move in our favor. I share. Ifamopio, Setuburi Mopio, Piniere Mopio, Lomi Tutu Mopio, Lomi Tutu Mopio, Lomi Yaya Mopio, to the witness to the top of the bottom to the wise on the right side and on the left side. This is the gateway to heaven. God string and support us. Support Iyadudu Iyadudu Temples. May we always utilize the wisdom of Ifa. May it bring us longevity. Kusi Ku, Kusi Aron, Kusi Ofo, Kusi Ija, Iraiku, Babawa, Ifa. Are there any messages at this time? Okay. Does Ifa give warning? Okay. Ifa asked that we abstain from anger. Ijefe, does Ifa accept Obi at this time for abstaining from anger? Is it Obi and Omi? Is it Obi or T? Is it Obi and Oyen? Ashe. Ogbe Conron. One leg of Ogbe, one leg of Okanron. Ifa cast for a go-go when coming from heaven and earth. He was advised to offer Ebo longevity. He complied. Before long, not too far, come join us in the midst of long life. Longevity assured by Ifa, sweeter than honey. Ashe. What up? Death, cases, controversy, fights, litigation, arguments, witchcraft, sorcery, all Aye will bring long life, peace of mind, contentment, elevation, success, prosperity, victory over adversary, peace of mind, contentment. All Ray Ashe. Kusi Ku, Kusi Aaron, Kusi Ofo, Kusi Ija. Iraiku, Babawa, Ilya Dingbe, Iyadudu Temple Service, Ira in the next 5 days. Okan, do you give warning, Ifa? Is it maintaining good character? Ijefe, but maintaining good character, do you see Ira in the next 5 days? Is it maintaining good character, Obi and Oyen? Itawa. With maintaining good character, Obi and Oyen, do you see Ray in the next 5 days? Jefe, Iraiku. Ashe, Iraiku. Word of death, cases, controversy, fights, litigation, arguments, witchcraft, sorcery, all I will. Bring long life, peace of mind, contentment, elevation, success, prosperity, victory over adversary, peace of mind, contentment, all the way. Ashe. Body file. So, today, I would like for us to discuss why we came to Ifa. What brought us to Ifa? A lot of us come to Ifa so our lives will be better, right? Just so it'll generally be better, so that there's no sickness, right? We're able to overcome challenges, right? Prosperity, spouse, children. There's a lot of different things, reasons why we come to Ifa. So just generally though, we all need help in some type of way. Even if it's just guidance. There's some different verses and things that even support those reasons, right? So it's not that we have to always articulate our reason. Ifa will do that for us. So that's one of the things about Ifa that we like, right? That we can see it's the truth because it knows the things that we haven't said. It may not be the thing that is even most pressing in our minds at the time. Ifa will put that in a way, right, that it brings it back to our conscious thought. And Okanran, Irete, Okanran on the right, Okanran Tete, Okanran on the right, and Irete on the left. Ifa tells us or shows us some of the things that it could do, right? It warns us of challenges before time. It warns us about the challenge before we have the challenge. So how's that useful, right? It's useful because it allows us a way to escape the challenge to a degree, or to at least be triumphant in the challenge. Sometimes we can avert it altogether. If this challenge or the obstacle will happen at night, and Ifa says, hey, don't be out at night, then you can completely avoid the challenge. Ifa is concise in the information that it gives us. In Irosun Se, Irosun on the right and Ose on the left, Ifa tells us again that it will resolve the challenges. I didn't say dissolve. The Ifa says resolve. So it acknowledges the challenge or the obstacle, but it also brings a resolution. Ifa shows us, and it will soon say that there's balance. And Osai Wari, Ifa gives us wisdom and knowledge, right? So we were talking about it before. Knowledge is Imo, I-M-O. And wisdom is Ogbon, O-G-B-O-N. The knowledge is the know-how to do a thing. If I says you must go here, you must go there, you must do this, because it has knowledge about the circumstance before we get there. Where you going, you have to be calm, because where you going, your blessing is there, and your blessing does not like anger, or your blessing does not like contention, or whatever, right? Applying the knowledge that we have is wisdom. How are knowledge and wisdom helpful to us? Because it brings longevity. The application of knowledge over time is wisdom. The application of knowledge over time is wisdom. Irosun Agbe, Irosun Akeregbe says that our help comes from two places, Olodumare and Ori. So Olodumare has an Odu Ifa. It's taboo for anyone to have that Odu other than Olodumare. So we understand from this that, like our own Odu Ifa, it comes with the ability to create. So in order to create like Olodumare, we should follow those principles and tenets of character. having good character, having balanced character, creating things in balance and harmony. We have to first recognize who we are, what we are, and what the purpose is. And so finding one's destiny, right? One's agreement between Olodumare and Ori. That's our destiny. Each one of us has our own individual agreement with Olodumare. So what's the plan? What's the reason we enter into this agreement with Olodumare? It says that Olodumare is character. It's truth, right? And Osa Alawo, Osa on the right and Otura on the left. It says, what is truth? It says the character of Olodumare is truth. The character of Olodumare is truth. So Olodumare doesn't exhibit directly its character. We can see the benefit of it by the construction of the world, right? We can see that water is always water. It's the truth created by Olodumare. We can see the example of that truth, right? When we turn the light on, right? We can see the example of that truth. When we drive the car, we can see the example of the truth of Olodumare. We act out truth. We exhibit truth. We exhibit the character of Olodumare, independent of Olodumare. There are 3 types of character, but we're gonna get into that later. What types? Excuse me. What part of our Ori deals with character? So it is our Ori Inu that deals with character and behavior. It deals with our relationship. So it's not that part. It's not Ori Ode, which is the physical head. It's the outer head. It's not that part, right? I'm sorry, it is Ori Inu. It's not Ori Opede. So the part of us that deals with character. So it is Ori. When we refer to it, we refer to it as Ori. But when we refer to Ori, right? When we refer to Ori, it has these 2 parts, Ori Opede and Ori Inu. Ori Opede deals with our destiny, our agreement with Olodumare in the universe. Ori Inu deals with our character, our behaviors, and things like that, our relationships. The purpose behind us doing some of the things we do is to align those. We want to align our character, right? We want to align our character with where we're supposed to go and what we're supposed to be doing. These things remain independent in the way of Olodumare after they're picked. So when we come from heaven to earth, we try to align those. This is why we come to Ifa, to gain the knowledge. To gain the knowledge and utilize it as wisdom to help us progress. So like the spiritual power that we use is neutral. Ifa Olodumare acknowledges spiritual power. It doesn't classify it as good or bad. It says negative forces, but there's balance. None of the energies are evil. It's the use of those energies that make them evil. So utilizing wisdom, trying to, in the pursuit of balanced character, balanced Iwa, to bring longevity. So the use of the spiritual power, the use of Ashe, the way that we use our words, do they line up with the character of Olodumare? Does the use or the exercise of that energy line up with Olodumare, the character of Olodumare? Are we continuously being benevolent? Are we continuously moving forward? Are we holding on to things in the past? Those things in the past that we hold on to affect the decisions we make today. Character. We come to E5 for a lot of reasons. But no one says character. We say we want the truth. We want this blessing. We want that blessing. We want spouse. We want children. We want success. We want elevation. We want money. But we forget about character. It is only Olodumare and Ori that have this agreement. All the things placed in the physical world are placed here by the truth of Olodumare. The agreement, the thing that one consults during Ifa consultation is one's destiny. So how do we consult with our destiny? How do we consult with one's destiny? It's in any Odu. Owarin alabara. Owarin palaba ipabo. Diafun oluwere. Timbe larin ota. The verse tells us is Adifafun Oluwedi. It was the Ifa that was cast, right? Awan Palaba Ipabo. The surface of the water swirls around. It's different than the bottom, than below. This is the one cast E5 for the owner of the water, the spirit of the water. Oshun. So it shows us what the language is. Adifafun. It was Ifa. Ifa is the language. In this instance, it's the language. Olodumare has Odu. Each person or thing coming into the world has Odu. Ifa is the language by which we communicate with one's destiny. Going to Ifa consultation, we find out about the thing in one's destiny, the thing in one's path, right? We receive information, right? I said at the beginning, right? To make our life better because of sickness, challenges, prosperity, the truth even. The Odu Ifa gives examples of real world circumstances, right? That the particular person who received this Odu Ifa was experiencing. It tells us in the verse what is the mechanism by which the information was given. What was the platform used in order to adequately see the situation and offer remedy? It says the water on the surface is different than the water below. Ifa's declaration to the spirit of the water when in the midst of enemies. He was advised to offer a bow. Ebo ni wani kowase, osi bebo ni be urubo. Hear about a bow, they offer the bow on the spot. Any kan ki bomi sote. Any kan ki bomi sota. It lays out a change, right? In perspective. A change that this Odu E5 is telling us, offer a bow and don't worry, you don't have any enemies. What enemies? To make Oluwedi's life better. So it's very important, right, that we understand what Ifa is, the different roles of Ifa, right? We know that we can interchange Orumila and Ifa. We can interchange Opwe and Ifa, right? We can interchange Ikin and Ifa. There's these different aspects of the energy that we utilize at different times, or how we refer to it. It's important to understand what we consult and who we're consulting. And what's the way that we go about doing that? Ifa even describes the different types of character. Right? I'm gonna try to stumble through this, but Wombo, Wahu Waire, One, remember, right, is they or those. So it's those who have all good characters, socially acceptable, you know, balanced, mature, right? This Ifa supports pretty much those people, right? Because they exercise, or these acts show humility, honesty, right? Hard work and forgiveness. These qualities even extend to respect. Then we have Wombo Wa, Huai. So this is the opposite end, right? Those things, those people, right, that move in a socially unacceptable way. Those things that are disproved, you know, we don't approve of them. They don't bring balance, right? These things, you know, chaos, conflict, contention, strife, right? Jealousy, anger, resentment. It's not just the sentiment, but the things done based off of that, or to exercise that sentiment, that feeling. These things typically have negative consequences. Wombo Wa, Huai. And the other type, the last type, you know, it's a mixture of both. Wombo Wa, Hua Kosi B, Kusere. Those things that's like neither good or bad. Right? It's a way, I guess, to really look at things. Right? Some people may care one way about one thing, and other people's may not care, but it doesn't harm either party. It's the action of doing neither good nor bad, or inaction in some cases. As long as we're trying to move, or we're moving with good character, right? We always have potential. We have to understand no one can push anyone to do anything. Everything is about choice. We should strive for positive, balanced character. They tell us in Ofun Meji, right? Who's responsible for character? Olodumare. Because we accept truth in our practice. Right? We accept truth in our practice. We want to know how to use water. What are the different uses of water? We have a use for water with Oshe Torah. We have another use for water with Otur Punyeku. We have another use for water with Owanren Wese. We have another use of water with Owanren Alabara. All of those things, all of those verses teach us a different truth about water. So we test the character of we test the validity, right, the stoutness of the use of water by using it in these different ways. That's one way, one bit of truth that we're willing to accept. But what other truths are we not willing to accept about the same practice? What truths are we not willing to accept when they tell us about character? What truths are we not willing to accept when it tells about anger? What truths are we willing to accept when it tells us to be mindful of our words? It's not possible to accept one truth and not the other. Aikulola said it in with Ejiogbe. What part of character will we sacrifice? A lot of times we come to Ifa to avoid chaos and loss. We try to minimize those aspects, that negative energy in our life. We are in the realization, we under the like we no longer expect there not to be obstacles. That's a change, right? That's a change. But we have challenges because of mismanagement or mishandling or lack of consideration, right, of our own destiny. I'm saying we've all said it, right? Oh, maybe I should have done this, right? Oh, man, I should have done that sooner. Oh, I forgot to do this. Oh, I meant to do that. I'm not saying it's intentional. If I'm not saying it's intentional, it's just what is. So sometimes these things are placed in our path, right, to test our resolve, to test our character. Are we going to make the right choices? Are we going to use the right energy? Are we going to utilize tact? Are we going to keep our agreements? We are the icon. We are the icons. Who do they own Ibori in this group? Let me see by raising hands. That's it? It's just 3 of y'all? Who do Ibori? Egbe Funke? You don't do Ibori? Ifa Tusen, you don't do Ibori? Ogun Deji, you don't do Ibori? Ifa Shola, you don't do Ibori? Apparently not, Egbe Funke. We feed our Ori for what? To give it strength. Yep, that goes without saying, right? to give it strength so it will have direction. So that when some of those negative forces come to change our character, that our ori, right, our character, right, and our destiny is not fighting for us on an empty stomach. Ibori helps us to maintain Iwa. Iwa's character. We refer to Iwa Pele, Iwa Riri, so character that's balanced. Iwa Riri, character that is blessed, good. So if Iwa is character, right? Iwa's character. Orienu is character, right? Ori Apere, right? Apere is what then? It's Iwa as well. Or aspect. The tests, the challenges, the struggles, the successes, the blessings are all a part of destiny. It's that we need to utilize Imo, right? Knowledge, and Ogbon, wisdom, to reach our best, highest destiny. Ashe,